Two realizations that I've made as an adult is number one, crime pays. Crime pays. And it's only us idiotic middle class people that are taught that crime doesn't pay and that karma exists. And we are taught by the richest elite who are beneficiaries of the biggest crimes, currently and historically, who will ensure that in all the school books, in all the movies, in the articles, it's always like, yeah, one day things will go bad. Crime pays. The wealthiest politicians, the most powerful politicians, the wealthiest businessmen in the world either stole, committed crimes, exploited labor, broke a lot of regulations to build the wealth and the power that they have today. Some of them had to kill people, or they had to steal, colonize land through very atrocious means. Some of the people who are wealthy today are beneficiaries. Like, no, I didn't commit any crime. It wasn't me. I wasn't there. Some of the people are going to say, look, I run a legit, clean business. I'm not involved in any crime. But if you go and you look at all the investors, you go and look at all their suppliers, and you look at the people that benefit from their business, a lot of them are criminals. Crime pays. I'm not saying commit crimes. There are consequences. But crime pays. What you want to do is you want to get to the highest levels of thug and criminal, where you are a president, where you are a billionaire who influences and controls presidents, where you are the head of judiciary in a country. Because once you commit crimes there, you don't get to be punished. There are no consequences. You get to punish the smaller criminals, the idiots who are trying to shake the boat and dismantle the status quo. That's the first one, crime pays. The second one as an adult is no one cares. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Everyone is kind of looking out for themselves. The wealthy, I think we kind of all know, look out for themselves. Whenever they make business decisions, it's got to do with how much can we make more money, or can we save money, or can we protect ourselves? So when they fund politicians, it's because they need the politicians to sort out public infrastructure and manage social welfare so that the poor don't come and eat them when they become desperate. When they do charity work, when they set up non-profit organizations, it's to avoid tax legally. It's to do public relations, PR spin, so that they look like good people. And it's so that they can circulate the money back to themselves. And any type of sort of empowerment work and investment and scholarships they give have to somehow give them 5-10 times more benefit. So I will give kids bursaries so that one day they can come and work for me and make me rich. On top of that, those bursaries become tax write-offs. Dope. The poor people don't care. In this country of South Africa, poor people do not give a flying fuck about the middle class. They constantly want higher grants. They constantly want better healthcare. They constantly want better schools. They don't care where that money comes from. They don't. They believe the money comes from the rich. But in essence, the rich run businesses where it's the middle class that get exploited the most. It's the middle class that have to bear the brunt. When rich people are struggling, they just cut the labor force so they can make more money. When rich people have any issues, when they see opportunities, they exploit the middle class so they can be rich. The poor go and vote for corrupt politicians because they know the corrupt politicians will go and take money from the middle class to feed them. The middle class will go and burn a library. They'll go and burn a school because that money doesn't come from them. They don't give a fuck. They only care about themselves. It's insane. They go and they have kids and they earn a child grant and they go and they get free nappies and free formula from public clinics. And they have free houses, which come from the sky. Maybe when they pray, dear Heavenly Father, and the Lord provides. If you ask, God will provide. And it's the middle class that gets exploited, and it's the God that provides. In South Africa, we speak very much about rights. Human rights, children's rights. Poor people have rights, prisoners have rights. But we almost never hammer in on the responsibilities. What is the responsibility of a mother who has 5 children and is collecting close to 2,500 Rand in grants. What is her responsibility, really? How does she give back to society, to the economy, to the taxpayer? Does she have to pick up litter? Does she have to wash cars? Does she have to maybe go and thank the taxpayers? What does she do what responsibility does she have for the rights she gets? There are people earning 350 now. Do they even understand where that money comes from and who had to wake up in the morning and sweat and struggle and toil and deal with a horrible boss and have to deal with load shedding and taxis that are striking and an increase in petrol prices and bosses that are full of shit? No one fucking cares, bro. It's sad. Crime pays. No one really cares. We care so much about rights and benefits, but we never focus on the responsibilities that are needed for those things. And at some point, this system, this capitalist bullshit system, it crashes. It fucking crashes. Penuel the Black Pen.